I'm 20 years old, I have no experience working at an on-site job, but I just landed a position as an assistant property manager. So to most people, I've never worked a real job. I've worked remotely for the past year and 6 months, and I started working when I was 18. I was introduced to a company called Attribution at Work, which is a third-party hiring company for other companies. And the company I was hired to work for was Discover Financial. I worked as a collections agent for the past year and 6 months, and I'm finally able to say that my last day is January 6th of 2024, and I will be starting my new position as an assistant property manager January 8th. So when I was younger, I never had a job. I wanted to become a professional soccer player, and everyone around me supported this idea, my friends and family. And for the longest time, this was everything to me. Up until late of sophomore year, I ended up breaking my ankle playing, and I was never able to play again. I was in a boot for about a year and a half, and this entire time, this was something that I thought ruined my entire life. It really just stripped everything away from me. Working out, walking, playing soccer, and it really got me starting to think about how my life was changing. And later down the road, I was able to qualify for a surgery, and after that surgery, I still felt these pains and wasn't able to do the things that I was able to do before then. And up until this year, I finally was able to get over those. So I'm finally able to say that that part of my life is over, and that thing that I thought ruined my life isn't ruining it anymore. And although it changed my path in life of wanting to become this professional soccer player to still not really knowing what I want to do with my life, it's not something that restricts me anymore. So later down the line, I didn't know what I wanted to do after I graduated high school, but I wanted to go to college right away. I ended up going to Chandler Gilbert Community College because I didn't want to take that gap year, because I heard so many stories about people doing that and never coming back to finishing college. And I know college isn't everything. I don't believe that college is everything, but I wanted to have that experience of having an education after high school. So I did that for about a year and a half, and after that, I saw this video, and it was talking about this guy finishing his bachelor's degree within a year. And I thought that was so unrealistic. It had to be a scam. And it was called Western Governors University, and it wasn't. I ended up applying, and I researched all about it, and I now go to Western Governors University. So I'm pursuing computer science. I changed my major, and I kind of had to start from scratch again. None of my credits really transferred over except for like maybe 13, and I did about 38. So it really was a big waste of time, but I'm able to accelerate this time going to Western Governors University. And the whole reason I ended up working at Education at Work is because they paid for my tuition up to $5,600 or $800. So my tuition was fully covered, and it's still fully covered. And pursuing computer science, after about a year and 3 months working for Education at Work, I got very neglectful towards my job. I didn't want to work there anymore, and I'm super glad to say that I am not going to anymore. As great as it was for the time, it was a great beginner job. I didn't have a lot of opportunities. I didn't have any opportunities of getting a raise, any opportunities of advancing my career in this area, and the whole thing was get a new job in tech. I wanted to work in tech really, really badly. I sent out about 200 applications, and I'm not even kidding. Almost every single one was a no. I received one yes, and that's the job that I ended up taking. Other than that, I got an interview with a internship at a company called Panorama Education, and I went through a few interviews, I went through assessments, and the conclusion was still no. So other than that, it took a really, really long time to get that one yes, but I had no experience working at an on-site position. All of the positions that were in tech that I applied for were either remote or hybrid, and I really did not want to work in person just because I think it takes up so much time driving there. So what I did is I was applying through LinkedIn, and I ended up setting my search results to 10 miles away from where I live, and I saw this assistant property manager pop up, and I thought, well, I know a lot of very successful people, and a lot of them have experience in being some form of manager. And I wanted to get my experience in being a manager. And I thought, well, this is a great place to start. Assistant manager is something realistic that somebody going from absolutely nothing to working as an assistant manager could possibly obtain. So I ended up getting a reply back from them, and it was they wanted to come and let me interview with them. So I went there in person. I actually recorded a video of me talking to myself in the car, just saying if I get this job, because I've never had this in-person interview. I was never able to experience that.
I'm making this video because I am going to my interview for an assistant property manager for CubeSmart. I have no previous experience as an assistant manager or a manager of any sort besides from managing my own businesses. I've never managed employees, but that never stops anyone. So I am all dressed up today. I look good. I'm wearing a tie. I got my shoes shined, and let's see if I can land this job. You know, this is me before my interview.
And I was super excited. I got all dressed up. I was in a tie, slacks, nice shoes, and I was really excited for this interview. Going through with it, I was talking to the general manager and the district manager, and they're great guys. We really just talked for a really long time. It was about an hour and 30 minutes, and we got so off topic half the time, talking about pickleball and real estate. And it was just a really good interview. And at the end of it, they ended up offering me that opportunity to take the job. But what really helped was working for Education at Work. And I was so surprised that this helped me, because as soon as they were talking about it, they started to talk about, well, how did you do in working at Discover, working through Education at Work? And they said that they actually do collections for the people that don't pay for the storage units. So basically, I had experience in something that I didn't even know was a job requirement. And I think that was really interesting to me. Like, the whole time I was almost shocked that this actually helped me get this job. So other than not having experience working on site, working remotely helped me obtain becoming an assistant project manager. And I think that is the greatest story, and I'll play the clip of me talking in the car and play the clip of me after. But I was super excited, like just being able to be given the opportunity and finally have someone interview me, because I know what I'm worth, and I know that this is a great position for me to be in right now. I'm super excited to start working January 8th, and I'm super excited to move forward with working at CubeSmart, just because it is something I am super hyped about. I bought a ton of CubeSmart stock. The CubeSmart stock is great stock. I think they're like top 3 in, I want to say it's like self-storage or real estate. I don't remember the category that they're top 3 in, but it's very impressive. Their profit margin is huge. They made a lot of money in revenue last year. So it's just a really impressive stock, and they pay out like a 4.6 dividend. So other than that, I wish they had a stock plan. That was something I was also talking about in the interview. I did so much research before I even went there, just because I wanted to know everything about it. I talked about how my dreams when I was growing up were, my dad always said he wanted to own a storage unit, and they talked about how it's very realistic that a lot of the general managers, after they get promoted, they end up buying their own CubeSmart self-storage and hiring employees to manage it for them. So very realistic. It's coming all together for me. I'm making not too much more, but a lot more, plus the tuition assistance than I was before. So that's super exciting, and I think it's a big step forward in my life. I'm still running my side businesses on the side. All of my investments are working for me. So it is a big step in my life. So 2024 is a big year. I got all my New Year's resolutions written down, and I will 100% be making a video at the end of next year talking about if I completed all of my New Year's resolutions. So I hope that this inspired you guys a little bit, and I'll be talking a lot more about my life coming forward, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment down below if you have any questions for me, and if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please do so. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video.